Hey everyone, it's me again. It's Yvonne Emil Elizondo. Happy Ostara, aka Happy Spring Equinox. Yep, today early about 4:24 Mountain Standard Time, I think it was, AM. We had the sun transition from Pisces and ingressing into Aries. And we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But first, I think I have oracle cards for almost every season of the year because these are so appropriate for spring equinox or for welcoming spring into our lives, don't you think? Well, let's just see what the message is real quick before we start to have a little chit chat about how you can use the cycles of the year, in particular the spring equinox, to really gain some insight about your life and about the direction that you want to head. So let's take a look at our message. All right, so for today we have, oh, look at that pretty butterfly. You are stronger than you know. All right, this is a good card for today because part of recognizing and knowing and feeling that you are stronger than what you may think you are really determines or is determined a whole bunch by how your perspective of your experience. So if you're having an experience and your thoughts and your feelings are like, oh, this is hard, this isn't, what kind of experience do you think you're going to have? Yeah, probably a more difficult one. Spring is a wonderful time to really, spring equinox anyways, is a really wonderful time to really recognize where you need to bring balance into your life so that maybe you don't feel like everything is really hard, for example. Okay, spring equinox, or Ostara, as I prefer to, celebrate it, it's about finding that balance not only internally, but amongst or within your environment, right? So it's the day where the light and the darkness are in balance. And it's spring. And what is spring about? It's about the blossoming, the birth of, the growing, the manifesting. I mean, just look outside, look around you. There's these beautiful, little birdies that are flying all of a sudden. They were just born, little baby hawks trying to learn how to fly. They're so sweet. And, the flowers are blooming in the fields and, just in your yard, okay, the trees, all of a sudden, it's like you wake up one morning and they have leaves. I don't know how that happens. It's amazing, right? So for me, Ostara has always been a time where I take the moments to determine what I need to bring into my life, what I need to manifest, what I need to blossom so that I can have a more balanced experience, right? So if we take, for example, the vernal equinox, which is the fall equinox, which is occurring now in the southern hemisphere, that is about removing things from your life. What do you need to get rid of before you go into hibernation during the winter? Okay. Here in the northern hemisphere, we can value the spring equinox by saying, what do I need to manifest and blossom and grow so that I can prepare myself for being out in the world when summer comes? You see how we use the seasons to our benefit? Yeah. So maybe things aren't as difficult or as hard or as challenging as you might think. And maybe you have a lot more strength within you, right? But tapping into that requires having a really good perspective of the balance that you need to maintain in your life as an individual and within and amongst your community. So my suggestion to you today on this Ostara celebration of the spring equinox is to really recognize how the sun moves from Pisces and transitions into Aries, and it's the beginning of a new seasonal calendar. Well, before the Romans came along and messed with the dates on our calendar, we actually started the year today on the spring equinox. That is why in astrology, the sign of Aries, as soon as the sun moves into Aries, it starts the zodiac cycle. Hi, a little tidbit you didn't know there, and now you do. Or maybe you did, and now you're practicing it. Or maybe you were practicing it, and I just reinforced it for you. Anyhow, if you want to learn more about the seasons and how you can use the seasons to really do some really deep self-exploration, or even the moon, the cycle of the moons, or astrology, or anything witchy, you can find me on spiritualessence.com. That's spiritual-essence.com. And we are now at Witchy Gypsies. Okay, Witchy Gypsies as well on Instagram. So you can find me there as well. All right, everyone. Enjoy your Ostara. Take some time to, feel the balance, and we'll see you soon. Blessed be.